All the links you need to join my chat or take action on the course or the mentorship are here. Otherwise, click that Twitter link to private message me. Over this weekend, many people were profiting in the chat. If you want to become a student, I do offer one-to-one mentorship or have a course for anyone that doesn't have too much time. If you just want to be part of the chat, all the links that you need are found in the description and comment section below. So you can either just become a member and join the chat or actually take action and become a student. How's it going, YouTube? It's Louis Crypto here, back with another Vechain update. Hope you guys tuned in yesterday. Don't you worry. Please stay tuned from now on. So make sure you do subscribe, like this video, comment underneath it for the algorithm, but also share it if you can. It's going to bring it out to all your followers, and that's how we're going to grow and reach that 10k target as quick as we can. As we can see over here, something that I was saying back in summer last year is that once we set this low over here at 2 cents going forward, you cannot lose it. And we spent some months after June actually hovering above it, and then we can see many months later, 5 months later, we did actually collapse and lose the support simply because of the FTX capitulation, and we actually took that out but couldn't actually hover above that. With Bitcoin, it's a little bit different. I think that's sitting at about 20 or 21 20 to 21k, that area where FTX capitulated from, still holding above that. So that's a good thing. However, yes, in yesterday's Bitcoin update, make sure you do tune into those, because in yesterday's update, we saw Bitcoin pump, correct, yesterday. But in fact, guys, in that update, even in the title and the thumbnail itself, I did call for a bull trap, and we were proven correct. We were proven right today with prices, of course, dumping. Vechain hasn't really had an effect over the last 2 days with what Bitcoin was doing, as yesterday we pumped. Vechain didn't really do much, and today we dumped and Vechain hasn't really reacted. But we can see over here that this summer low, after being reclaimed, invalidating further downside, we've now, after confirming its support multiple times, actually gone ahead and lost it. And with yesterday's candle, in fact, confirming it as resistance. So we can see over here we are beneath the 20 weekly EMA. This is the weekly time frame, so that's pretty much why we can't really see what was going on. Yeah, my mistake. I did think that this was the daily time frame, so my apologies. We will now go over to the daily, but I wanted to start off the weekly time frame so we can see that this range over here, we lost it, reclaimed it, now losing it again and confirming it as resistance. Not yesterday, but last week. Last week's candle did close on Sunday, and we saw this result yesterday, so it is correct. But it wasn't the daily time frame. This over here is the daily time frame. In yesterday's update, we were talking about this small double bottom that we see forming over here, or ascending triangle pattern, and our resistance is 2 cents, that psychological level. Please understand, with yesterday's Bitcoin update, we're calling for bull traps, and today we were proving that the bearish cross has now been confirmed with a retest of it as resistance, and of course, confirming as resistance means it was rejecting that bearish cross. So over here we had a bearish cross. We actually yet to even touch it, but we are following the downtrend. Do you see that? So what we need to see for this smaller double bottom over here, which I'll show you, but me personally, I do think that Bitcoin will continue low. We are still waiting. Although it's confirmed the bearish cross, please go ahead and watch that video. I'll link it at the end of this. Go ahead and watch it, because although there was a confirmation of the bearish cross, we still need to lose 26.5k. And if that's being held, we're going to go back to the range high. That could be Vechain coming back up to 2 cents. Any break above 2 cents on the daily time frame would signal a pump to the target up here. You can read it out, 2160. However, I would personally look at wherever the 55 daily EMA is. This is what we were essentially saying yesterday. I'm going to get rid of this now because, again, it is currently resistance. Bitcoin confirmed its bearish cross, so the expectation is actually continuation lower. I also made an XRP update where we're talking about a much larger head and shoulders pattern, looking sort of similar to this. And yeah, in comparison, if we're trying to compare this to XRP could be like over here. It's coming back up for the retest and then looking for continuation lower. So the same thing for Vechain. What I'm seeing on Vechain is the same as I'm seeing on HBAR, Gala, Phantom, Viot, and of course Vechain. And there's many more. BPro, there's many more. Some are ahead, some are more lagged behind. I would say that Vechain is one of the front runners, but BPro is front running. BPro is like down here at the moment in comparison to this much larger pump and dump, so to say. So I'm going to take it from this low point over here back up to this high and just drag it across. I'm just going to get rid of this for now. Actually, I'll leave it for a second. Hopefully you can read through For those, I will delete it, in fact. So now that we lost the 618, it makes sense to come back down to the 786, okay? So although there is somewhat of a support over here and an uptrending support right there, we need to go ahead and lose these for this continuation lower. For me personally, I do believe that with this bearish cross, again, that is saying that we are in a downtrend. There's something holding us up at the moment, being 26.5k. Once that is lost, then that's the signal for everything to continue its dumps. Okay, guys? If Bitcoin fails to lose that level and it actually starts heading up, then we will see all alts start to head up from this point. But again, the signals from the alts themselves, 200 EMA here, 55 over here, 20 over here, all signaling for downtrend continuation. While beneath all of them, I use this as like a long-term one, mid-term and short-term, doesn't matter the time frame. But if I'm getting above this, I know I'm short-term going to here. If I'm getting above this, I'm going to go try and head to this. But again, any pumps towards the 200 should just be sell signals, because while beneath this area, it is in a downtrend. That is what the 200 EMA is actually suggesting. And we can see when we lost this 2-cent psychological level, just a little bit beneath the 618 or the golden pocket, this would suggest that the reversal wave has been created. Okay, guys? And what this essentially means is that price should actually continue and retrace all the way back to that 1 fib level over here and actually continue much lower afterwards. So what I'm going to do is actually turn this back on over here. Oh, my apologies, didn't mean that. So I'm going to turn this one back on, put it on this high, because this was the original Fibonacci that we had from summer last year, and we can see that also the 1 fib level has been lost. Okay, over here, if we just mark this out, we pumped, that's what we're measuring. It's meant to fall back to this key area of support, looking for continuation higher. We created the reversal wave by losing the golden pocket, confirming its resistance over there, and losing that 1 fib level, confirming its resistance, heading to the 1272 and the 1414 target. So we bottomed out over here. There must have been some bullish divergence or something like that. And then we pumped back above the EMAs, formed a bullish cross, reclaimed 2 cent, which is so important. And then we head back up to our range high to the left over here. Afterwards, we've returned all the way back down to our 2 cent psychological level, confirming its support. But we had a dead cat bounce, which is something that I called on quant over 6 to 7 months ago. So I've pretty much been bearish on quant for 6 to 7 months, calling for lower prices, but not many people wanted to believe it. And so we're seeing quite similar things over on Vechain, but quant was really high up already in the October-November period, whereas Vechain actually continued lower and then went up. So it was a bit of a laggard, of course, like most of the alts, but yeah, quant was actually one of the first ones to get out of there, and it was actually the first one to show the bearish signs well over 6 months ago when FTX capitulated. So right over there where FTX capitulated, we actually started to break up. We were meant to go high over here, and then we actually dumped. So yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, we do have that dead cat bounce scenario over here. Simply big dump to the downside, coming back up, looks like it's going to continue higher, and then it absolutely flops, forming a descending triangle. So what I would have to do is take the target up from the top there, put it on the breakdown, and we can see the target is actually calling 4 new lows. So look, we've got some confluence at the two Fibonacci is a little bit higher, the target, as you can see, but I'm going to try something out over here with the new fibs. Yes, look at that. So we've got the 1.272. So confluence in and around this area for Vechain. So unfortunately, guys, not me, the charts. I'm just relaying the message. The message that the chart is telling me, not what I I have no hate against Vechain. It's actually one of the coins that made me the most amount of money in the bull market. And a lot of people hate it simply because they got in at the top, probably at around 20-30 cent. But I personally got back in at 1 cent, 1 to 2 cent back in 2020 or whenever, 2020 or 2021, around roughly 1 to 2 cent. And so, of course, I did well. I got 15 to 20 plus X on Vechain, but a lot of people that bought up high, I always get in the comments, this is a rubbish project and whatnot. And it just really tells me when they actually entered into crypto, if they think that this is a rubbish project. But we can see that the most recent Fibonacci's, which is actually what we need to be using, is signaling for the 1.272. We usually meet these two targets, so I'm going to draw a box between, and we can see in the middle of it, using the summer Fibonacci from last year, it's crazy, guys, it's pretty much summer now, but summer last year, it was actually calling for this 2 Fibonacci target, and now we've got some confluence in this area. We've also got the pattern as target down there as well. So a lot of things calling for new lows on Vechain. Let me know what you think is going to happen with Vechain. If you want me to teach you this, I've got many things in place. If you don't have the time, do my course. It's 6 hours long. You're going to have it for life. If you want to do the mentorship, I'm going to include that course completely for free. Not only this, I'm going to let you join my chat for 3 months completely for free. Then you can decide whether you want to stay on or not. So all the links that you need are found in the description and comment section down below. And pinned to the comment section down below. Message me over on my Twitter. It is always the easiest form because a lot of people always want to ask questions. So head over to my Twitter. It is Louis_crypto. We're almost at 2k followers, so help me achieve that by retweeting and sharing this video to your friends. And yeah, this is where you can private message me. Otherwise, you can actually find out more information about the course, the mentorship, or joining the chat as you saw at the beginning of the video. Here are those other links, or simply message me over here. If you just want one single session to see how the mentorship is, take action over here. And I would like to see you guys in the community. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think is going to happen with Vechain. Are we going to now reclaim the 2 cent psychological level? Are we now going to continue to this bearish target, which from the breakdown would be a minus 37% move to the downside? This is what's going to be in the thumbnail or whatever, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.